We got money in the bank. Well, as far as we're concerned, there's no money left in the bank. WWE is worthless. WWE is bankrupt. Just another bad show to add to a long list of others. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. We had Money in the Bank ladder matches. We had a championship match. We had briefcases. We had R-Truth returning. And we literally had Triple H go into the bank of LA Knight and literally rob every single dollar and cent that he's got. Because I feel like LA Knight bankrupted tonight by WWE, robbed tonight by WWE. If this guy was ever going to do anything, tonight was the perfect opportunity. And they fucking shafted him. And not only did he not win, they rubbed it in your face. Like, oh, see the guy that you want to win, see the guy that actually could have a good career and could be a fucking top star and a champion in this company. We're going to pretend that he's going to win just to screw him over, just so he can lose to Seth fucking cross-dress and fanny Seth Rollins. Jokey a show from start to finish. I mean, R-Truth returning was the only thing that is really worth talking about. And also how shite Michael Cole is. And how bad John Cena looks. So maybe there's a few things worth talking about.
Cena doesn't look as bad as any of that shit.
No, I know, but I mean,
he looks old. But...
I associate John Cena with greatness, and I mean, he's not looking too great.
Well, I used to associate wrestling with greatness, but we're going out of that window, aren't we?
Yeah. So LA Knight. It was LA Knight robbed. Yeah. So let's get into it then. Opening match.
Botchy in the bank.
We have the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. The offense in this match really bad. The psychology in this match really bad. Just the women just do not look comfortable using weapons or using ladders. I mean, it's funny that Bully Ray can bash women in AEW that actually have had better hardcore match. I mean, look at the hardcore matches that I don't know if you remember the one, but it was like the Bunny and Ty Mello and Penelope Ford and someone else. Might have been Anna Jay. I don't remember. It was like a tag team match 4 years ago. And like everyone was like pure bloody and one of them had like blood running into their eyeball and they opened their eyeball and just like pure red. That was like some hardcore tag team
Can't
match.
recall it, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, my point is, it's like, I don't know why Bully Ray bashes AEW, yet we see the women display this shite in a match here, but we have to bow down and pretend it was great. I mean, it wasn't great. Every time they tried to use a ladder, it botched. They did that synchronized code red spot, and you had Roxanne Perez looking over her shoulder for about 2 minutes straight because they're not comfortable doing these moves, so they're taking extra time. They're trying to be extra careful, and nothing looks organic, man. Like, see when you watch women in a Money in the Bank ladder match, see if you didn't know that wrestling was staged, you would know after. See if you didn't know it was choreographed, you would know after.
Julian Perez reacting to a ladder like Adam Cole reacts to dumbbells. They're just
avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, they are just
it's a foreign object.
Yeah, they're
legit.
They're perplexed by it. They're like, what is this?
Yeah, there's one. So they had this spot where they put Rhea underneath the ladder, and then they're trying to like slam the ladder down on her, and you've got the like the ladder crutches, whatever they are in the middle, whatever you call those things, and they're like stuck, and it's like you have to like unfold them for the ladder to close and open. It's like it's not rocket science, and then Rhea's on the outside and they're placing the ladders gently over. It's like you'd be slamming the ladders down, and I don't know if it's all, but we don't want to hurt her. But yeah, it's fucking wrestling. You're supposed to make it look believable.
Just a match that was shit, man. Roxanne Perez, yeah, she's the youngest, but see the amount of time she's looking to line spots up. Pathetic.
Yeah, it's like you know, it's like when they do those. Someone goes to the top rope and they're waiting, and they're all waiting to catch them.
Yep.
How bad, and it's all the women that do this. We've seen it in the Survivor Series match, the War Games one. See when both women went, you had Io Sky and Tiffany, and they went to either side. How long did it take them to pull that maneuver off?
And they kept doing numerous spots like this where they have to wait and synchronize it. Why?
But like, no, see if you need to take that much time, and you need to look over your shoulder to try and time and to try and synchronize a spot and to make, then I don't think you should be pulling it off.
No.
See if it's going to take you that long to do a minute, then leave it out.
Yeah. These fucking idiots, right, should be forced to watch like TLC 2. You want to see how to do a fucking ladder match? Watch that.
See, unless you can do it like those guys, don't bother going for the spot. It just makes it look so fake, man. It really does. And Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't as bad as that War Games match because of that double spot off the cage was
But you know what,
fucking
though?
horrendous.
You've got a lot of experience in this match, man. There's no fucking excuses.
No, there's not. But
People would tell you that, like, fucking Rhea Ripley's like, fantastic. Oh, she's a ring gem.
well, The Rock did say she's carried the company on her back. Can't even fucking lift a ladder. Never mind carry the company. Absolute joke. Then we get Alexa Bliss and Rhea. They have to hit their finishers at the same time. Then they look at each other through the ladder. Then they climb the ladder. And they're both on top of the ladder. Then we get Naomi coming in. And she pushes... She's going to, like, push the ladder. She puts her hands on the ladder. And it was, like, so phony. It was, like, so unbelievable. You see Alexa Bliss and Rhea Ripley literally climb, like, 3 or 4 rungs down the ladder. Michael Cole is trying to defend it by saying they can see the danger of Naomi, so they're trying to get down the ladder. But see, when they go 3 or 4 rungs down the ladder, they then just stand there and they wait about a further 4 seconds for Naomi to push the ladder over. So what it was is they just didn't feel comfortable taking a spot off the top of the ladder onto another ladder. If you don't feel comfortable doing it or you don't think you can pull it off and make it look good, then why even bother doing it in the first place?
Yeah.
It's just fucking retarded the way they just came down halfway down the ladder, then get jumped off. It's like, I mean, if you're not capable of doing these spots, then just leave it to the men or leave it to someone who is capable.
That is it, folks. But Naomi wins. Somebody commented, some absolute tool. Oh, you bashing Naomi. If you actually listen to the preview, you fucking numbnuts, right? We actually said that Naomi is in the best period of her career and probably is one of the people that should win this match.
Aye, 100%.
I mean, I literally said that it makes more sense for her to win, but if like she was going against like like Jade or Bianca Belair, who would have a championship,
yeah, because at one point over the next year, one of them will probably well be the champion.
Yeah, and that's what it has to lead to.
So yeah, we could see them cash in, but the match just wasn't good. Not going to sit here and pretend it was good. Not going to sit here and fucking lie. I mean, it was very botchy.
The women just don't do gimmick matches well.
No.
And to be honest...
Or multi-person matches.
And the men don't really do them any good anymore.
Yeah, we're not saying the men are great. Like, I mean, back in the day, the men used to be great, but it's like, see, in the Ruthless Aggression era, as much as some of the women are my favourites of all time, like, I'm not... See if you take, like, Trish, Lita, Victoria, Molly Holly, Jazz, and stick someone like a Jacqueline... I think, see if you stuck them in a 6 women's ladder match in 2003, I think it would have been god fucking awful.
Yeah, probably a couple of career-threatening injuries as well.
But, they accepted their limitations.
Yeah.
Like, these matches that we're getting with the women are still god awful, but they're trying to pretend that they're not.
Yeah. Now, Naomi wins, right? Where's the segments on this show? They're nowhere. Just ads, Michael Cole cutting out on himself, doing this. Fireball presents this ladder, and look, Chad Gable, yeah.
No, but they'll wait and they'll do some stupid post-match thing. Oh, the press conference, you get to see Naomi. It's like, why not just give us like a minute backstage promo during the show?
Not remember the DVDs back in the day, right? It would be like post-show, and it would show you them like getting staples and shit, and they'd be like wiping the blood out, and they'd be in like the trainer's room, and people would interact and cut promos and shit, and it'd be fucking cool. Like, other guys, like, would be meet up after like, each other's matches. Like, oh, you did good out there or some shit. When it was fucking proper, like, when it was good.
Yeah, but I just don't see why they can't just incorporate some interviews into the show.
Like, Survivor Series 2003, you had it backstage, like, Austin saying goodbye to Michaels, and he thanked him for all his efforts. And Michaels was fucking caked in blood. Great. Some great fucking stuff, like, and that's a WWE DVD exclusive, like. No, I mean, what you get now, man?
No, but even during the show, you used to get things like I'm sure, like sometimes the world champions used to cross paths on the joint shows.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure JBL and Triple H crossed paths once, and they both had like major title defenses, and were both fucking like bricking it. But you just get nothing. There's no reason why we couldn't have got a Naomi, 1 minute backstage promo at some point in the show. I mean, who fucking knows? Maybe she's walking backstage and she spots one of the world champions. Assuming that Io Sky and Tiffany are even here.
Yeah, and you know what?
Like...
Seeing that presser, somebody asked Becky Lynch, "Oh, you fearing that Naomi could cash in?" Fearing? She fucking walked out on me. It's like, listen, why are you bringing that up? Why is everything got to be doing about breaking kayfabe and personal digs?
I know. And why are we even contemplating the fact she'd go for this mid-card shitey belt?
Yeah.
Because Austin Fury did. What a way to devalue the Money in the Bank, by the way, that you can literally use it to cash in on a...
See, unless they're actually going to use it in a storyline, right? Now, Naomi leaving's fucking irrelevant.
What next? Is the Royal Rumble winner going to go and challenge for the Speed title?
No, I know, but I just don't get that for Becky Lynch. She fucking walked out on me. It's like, what are we doing?
What's that got to do with Naomi's current character?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
So fucking leave it there, right? Speaking of nothing,
so that'd be like, well, Becky Lynch, you walked out on us when you went and have a kid. You stupid Irish cunt.
Nah,
You know what I mean? Well, it's true.
No.
Well, she walked out on Naomi.
No, she did.
And she just handed the belt to Asuka like it was a pile of shite. McMahon pushed her as the man.
Fuck
McMahon pushed her as the number, and she just fucked off to have a kid, so she walked out on everyone else. If she wants to go by that logic.
No, I know.
I wish she'd go and shove a potato in her mouth and never speak again. Fuck Becky Lynch. Can't stand her. Anyway, what part are we on the show now?
This prick.
Dominic Mysterio. I agree with Naomi winning, but the match was crap, alright? And I'm not going to change my mind on that. The women can't work Money in the Bank matches. The men can barely work them. Everything, the women are just slower. They're more sloppy. I mean, they're not as strong. They're not as coordinated. They just, like... Maybe they're okay in one-on-one, but see, as soon as you get multiple women in a match, it's like, you see it even in normal matches, like even when they have the spot where one person's on the top rope and they're all just standing up there looking at them for 10 seconds. Oh, we need to get ready to catch her. It's like, how fucking phony is that?
No, it's funny as hell.
No, I mean, like, I keep going back to that Survivor Series War Games match, but you've got the 4 women. There's like 4, so you've got like 4 women in each ring, and then you've got like Io and Tiffany up in the top corner. And it's like, why are they standing there with their hands up ready to catch them? Why don't you not just move it the way?
Because it's crap, pal.
No, but like... See,
but what they're supposed to do is they don't realise until the last minute they're jumping.
yeah, but they're standing up there looking at them for 10 seconds
Yeah.
because they need to make sure they're in the perfect spot to catch
It's like
them.
they're looking up like it's fucking jumpers that jump at the Twin Towers, man. It's like, what are you doing?
As if there's money falling from the sky.
Money.
Oh, there's $100 bills. I need to stand here and catch that when it
Well,
comes
let's
in.
fucking fly through this. Dominic Mysterio.
Beat some Octo Jobber Jr. I mean, just fucking... Burrito Maker #1, I don't know, lawnmower pays him 2 pesos an hour. I mean, who cares? Some guy in a mask. It's absolute shite. This Triple A experiment ain't working, right? Triple A in its prime wouldn't have worked. What? We've got enough jobber Mexicans in WWE. Why are we fighting more in?
Yeah.
No, this could have been Dragon Lee.
It could have been.
We don't know.
Why?
It could have been Voldemort Jr. It could have been any fucking guy in a mask.
Voldemort Jr.
I don't give a fuck,
Like
man.
him for Harry Potter. He's more of a gringo, ese.
No, but come on. The WWE's got enough Lucha Libre bums. Why do we need to bring in more for AEW? Or
No.
Triple A?
I know.
Anyway, Dominic wins.
You know what? Fair play. It was 5 minutes, man.
That's all it needed to
That's
be.
as good as it's going to get.
Dominic wins. Frog splash on the back. I like this kid.
Right. Becky defeats...
Speaking of who I don't like, Becky Lynch.
Irish cunt. Right. Becky defeated the other Irish cunt. So, I mean, that's about it.
I mean, what can you say? I just wish both of these would drown in a pint of Guinness or something, man, because it's just shite.
Why not have like a... What's that river in Dublin? No, what was that match? The Gulf of Mexico match? Why not have like the river... What is it? The river Liffey?
The dump of Dublin.
I know, Temple Bar street fight. Fucking something creative.
That would require flying them out to Dublin, wouldn't it?
No, but they go to Dublin in the build up to that Paris show in like August.
Why not film it and pretend that they're live in Dublin?
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping me from doing that.
No, absolutely not. But that would be cool. That would be half interesting.
Although, I mean, they could do a bar fight good back in the day. Could you imagine them doing a bar fight now?
Yeah, but do you not feel like this...
They'd look underneath the pool table and there'd be a trash can lid.
Yeah, but do you feel like this feud culminating and ending in the streets of Dublin, where both of them are from, and that's where like the beef originated from, would be a pretty cool, you know...
Yeah, but you know what? That would drag it
ribbon on the...
and I just hope it's ended after tonight.
No, I totally agree it would drag it out, but
And where does she get off and always insulting Hulk Hogan, by the way? mean, this is the woman that just comes back and asserts her power and takes the belts and buries everyone. Got some nerve criticising fucking Hulk Hogan. At least Hulk Hogan's the biggest star there's ever been, right? Bar maybe one, but I mean, he's probably Hulk Hogan's the biggest star of all time. He's got very good claim to that. Becky Lynch will never have any claim to that, right? See, when it's all said and done, she'll not be in the top. What? I mean, she wouldn't even be in the top 500. Let's be honest. Not a fucking draw. Nobody cares. No one absolutely cares. And again, only got relatively over because she's semi-attractive, and that, I mean, that's fucking it. No, nobody cares about Becky Lynch. Nobody thinks she's great. Nobody cares about her cat. I'm the man forcing this. No, you ain't the man. You're just some fucking woman that got pushed when there was literally no stars in WWE. I mean, that is it. McMahon overpushed you. Then you decided to throw it in his face by taking time off and just basically waste the entire push he gave you because you wanted to have a kid. And then you walked out just like you claimed Naomi did for whatever reason. And your husband's a cross-dresser at the end of the day. You can bury Lyra Valkyria's husband, but I mean, at least I've not seen him wear women's clothing. Even though he probably does at home, but I mean, at least we've not seen it. Seth Rollins comes out every show in fucking high heels and big red boots, dressed like an absolute fanny. So you can make fun of Lyra Valkyria's husband, CJ Clearly, whatever he is, but we can clearly see that Seth Rollins is the biggest pussy on this show. That fan jumped him. Some fucking loser. No, hold on here, right? Seth Rollins says when that fan jumped him, he was fearing for his life. Guys, look at wrestling. Look at this show tonight. Look at the people in the front row. Look at the people in the crowd. They're fucking losers. They're the biggest wasters that you've got on God's green earth, right? I mean, the biggest bums, right? There's not like a masculine person or a person that's ever been in a... Just look at these people in the crowd. And Seth Rollins says he was fearing for his life. Here, it's not like Seth Rollins walked into a biker bar and some big 300-pound guy with big tattoos and a handlebar moustache, you know what I mean? Like ripped off the leather vest. You know, and attacked him. He got attacked by some fucking loser that goes to a WWE show. The fact that he got attacked by somebody for a WWE crowd shows that the guy that attacked him was an absolute fucking loser, and Seth Rollins was afraid of this guy, and we're supposed to bow down and pretend like he's the Messiah.
I know, fucking...
He ain't God, it's just fraud, isn't he?
I couldn't have said it better myself, man. And this guy... Oh, I'd love if we and the boys kicked Hulk Hogan out in the locker room.
Hulk Hogan would snap this guy like a matchstick. Mint or orange, doesn't fucking matter. He'd snap him and he'd eat him and that'd be it.
That would be it, man. Fuck Seth Rollins. I actually can't stand him and his wife.
No, I mean, this guy would never have a job. See if this guy looked at Hulk Hogan the wrong way. Hulk Hogan would just be like, see that Seth Rollins faggot, get rid of him.
Don't work for me, bro.
That would be it. I mean, that's it. He's done.
You're with your red boots, man. Sorry, speaking of Seth Rollins, man.
Well, I mean, Lyra Valkyria loses. The match was, it wasn't, was it horrible? No, but did I care? Absolutely not.
No.
You get that fake finish where both are lying dead at the 9 count and then magically jump in the ring like they're Super Cena, but there's only one Super Cena, and unfortunately in 2025 he's not very super anymore. He's like a superhero without superpowers. That's the best way you can describe John Cena. Anyway, after the match, Becky cheats. Michael Cole gives some really shite commentary. What's new there? Absolutely nothing. Then Lyra Valkyria's forced into holding her hand up and putting the belt on her. Then she has a German suplex because I guess Becky took it too far, and I mean, that's it. Lyra walks out. Woohoo.
Yep, and it will continue on this feud probably. Who cares? Right, Money in the Bank men's time. Yeah. LA Knight, Seth Rollins, Andrade, Penta, Solo, what's the other guy?
Andrade.
I've already said him.
El Grande Americano.
That's the one. So, right, this match, very sloppy, very botchy. I hate this guy walking on screen right now. It's Triple H for anyone that cares. You notice the way he walks with like a sheet of paper and it's like, what could that possibly say? It just says numbers. Oh, thank you to the 17,000 in the buy rate. Wish it was a fucking buy rate. Look at him. Look at the state of this guy.
Look at everyone fiddling him like he's a god or something.
He's a what? Look at him. Anyway, back to the action.
What action?
But just a sloppy, botchy sack of shite that was better than the women's by default, but on it.
Right, let's talk it.
See the first 10 minutes of this match. I
fell asleep.
I didn't look up from my phone because why should I?
Yeah, no, you didn't miss anything.
Yeah, and then I mean, business perked up a little bit, You know, you Chad Gable or El Grande. The slingshot gets Rollins caressing the ladder so it lands for him.
He's no Shelton Benjamin, is he?
No, ain't no stopping me now. I mean, Shelton Benjamin run up ladders, man, fucking hitting T-bone suplexes. All that shite.
Sure.
See that? No, see that Benoit spot where he jumps off the ladder and hits fucking Kane, and he's shaking, the blood's pissing it. Oh, CTE. Fuck CTE, damn it, it's real to me.
Watching this shit gives me CTE.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, we get to the big spot where Seth Rollins is out, he's down, and he calls for backup. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed come into the ring. I don't understand it because you've got people climbing the ladder and these guys are walking down it like 1 mile an hour. Where's the urgency to get there before someone actually, grabs the briefcase? Then they get in the ring and they start beating them up and they're calling the spots, and that's fine. Braun Breaker hits a spear, that's all good. But it's not good, whatever. But then we've got Bronson Reed. He climbs the top rope, and Michael Cole says, Barrett, you take it away, you say it better than anyone else. And then he hits the move, and Barrett's like, Tsunami! And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You absolute, you amateurs, you overpaid, worthless sacks of shit that do not deserve a job and do not deserve to be on this commentary team. You've got the heels coming out and taking over this match, ruining this match, taking out everybody in it and basically handing it, gifting it to Seth Rollins when it's supposed to be the best man wins. You've got Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed coming out, taking out all the other competitors, allowing Seth Rollins an easy passageway to win this match. And this is a heel group doing a heel thing. They're screwing everyone else. And instead of the commentary team putting that over, they're more interested in who can say the word tsunami better to try and put over a splash off the top rope. If this was JR, he'd be calling them out. He'd be saying, this isn't right.
God damn it, King, this isn't right. Those bastards. That bastard, Seth frickin' Rollins.
It's supposed to be everyone for themselves. Seth Rollins isn't man enough to win the championship, so he's got Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed to come out and do it for him. But nah, the commentary team aren't putting over the fact that these guys are doing a heelish thing. All they're worried about is putting over the move. Tsunami! Spear! Oh, triple jump moonsault! Spinning solo! Fuck off, Michael Cole. See my middle finger? How about you spin on that? I cannot stand the guy. See Pat McAfee? Fucking die, right? I don't care. Oh, he was a kicker. I wish I could kick him back to whatever shitty NFL team he played for, because him saying
Indiana Pacers, wasn't it?
That's a basketball team, you absolute tool. Indianapolis Colts. For him to turn around and say that this guy is the GOAT, it is just fucking wrong. It's the worst thing that I've ever heard, and I don't give a shit. I think it's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. See somebody refer to Michael Cole as the GOAT when Jim Ross exists. I can't have it. I can't fucking have it. And for that reason, Pat McAfee doesn't deserve life.
Yo, see whatever they...
Oh, wait, he does. Life in prison.
No.
Life in prison.
No, listen to this. See whatever they pulled out of JR during that cancer surgery.
That's
better than fucking Michael Cole. As sick as it is, that's what we're dealing with here, man. Michael Cole is pish.
And you know what, man? We can blame the wrestlers, but what chance do the wrestlers have when they've got shite like this calling the action for them?
Yeah, Mongoloids.
Because, you know what? Maybe there's a reason. Maybe, there's lots of reasons, but maybe there's one big reason why the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era was so good. Maybe there's a reason. Here, is it possible there's a reason why we associate the decline of wrestling along the same timeline that JR actually gets moved for Raw?
No,
and JR gets slowly phased out the company. Maybe you're only as good as the comment, because you think about it, the commentary team is calling that entire show. It's not just a spot, all right? Wade Barrett's not out there just to say Tsunami. No, he's out there to call a fucking 3+ hour show, and he's shite at it, just like the two guys sitting next to him. I would argue that the commentary team, outside of the top star in the company, the commentary team's probably the most important thing going.
I would agree.
See, in the Attitude Era, see outside of McMahon and Austin, I reckon the commentary team's the most important thing you've got going.
Especially because it's not real.
But the problem is Cole and McAfee and Barrett, they absolutely suck. And the wrestlers and what's happening in the ring is only as and what's happening backstage, even though you've no chance of getting anything happening backstage these days because all Triple H cares about is his in-ring ability, his mark ability. It's only as good as the people calling it, and unfortunately the people calling it are fucking shite, and that's the reality we live in.
You're right, but LA Knight gets jobbed
No,
out.
but hold on. See as good as the Attitude Era is and Ruthless Aggression Era. Take out JR and King and put in this commentary.
Oh.
No, think about it. I think that completely ruins it. I mean, that ruins it 100%.
It does. Although Finch is in their ear. That gives you a wee bit of something.
Well, I'd like to think Vince would have sacked them after like 1 week, to be honest.
10 minutes. Shouldn't hammer your ass on out of here, jabroni.
Yeah, WCW Nitro would still be on if Cole and McAfee were the commentators back in the Attitude Era.
With Wade Barrett.
100%.
Wade Barrett's just there to say Shinami every week, brother. Right, LA Knight gets jobbed out. Seth wins.
Aye, so Seth climbs the ladder. You're thinking, oh, is Seth going to win or CM Punk going to come out? CM Punk doesn't come out, but LA Knight grabs him off. Oh, LA Knight's going to say it. No, he's not. He just gets stomped out like a... I mean, Seth Rollins stomped out LA Knight like a fag. Like a fag butt.
Aye.
Like himself.
Aye,
you know?
like he just...
just literally put his... I mean, even the way he done it, it was like LA Knight wasn't even in the right position, and he kicked him over. Did you see it?
Aye, like a big bag of shite.
And then just stomped him out like a cigarette on the floor that he's took the last draw at. Not that Seth Rollins ever was a draw or is a draw.
Also, just came up there, Triple H's press conference, highest record gate ever.
Well, that's what happens when you put up the prices of tickets like $1,000 every fucking week, you know?
No, I don't think people understand. See, for them to beat, like, stadiums, how much is a ticket for fucking Money in the Bank?
I don't care what Twitch's got to say. Honestly,
no, but,
that guy, he's dead to me.
Look at the arena tonight. Empty seats galore, and they still beat it.
Yeah, absolute garbage. Anyway, so LA Knight gets stomped out. Seth Rollins climbs the ladder again, and you're thinking, all right, this time we're gonna get CM Punk. But of course, CM Punk, just like Roman Reigns, couldn't be bothered to show up tonight.
Yep. Could not be arsed.
I didn't think that he'd be there. Nah, I remember saying on the Raw preview, I thought that El Grande was going to win. That I felt like he was in like sort of, you know, is in a feud with Penta, and I just felt like he was more likely to be in this match than CM Punk, because I didn't see them putting CM Punk and Seth Rollins both in the same match, because
and you know what? No,
it's
actually a shame though, right? As shite as Punk can be, and you know things he says and shit like that. The guy can still go in the ring and he can still cut promos, and they've fucking wasted 18 months of the guy's career well into his 40s. Nothing more, nothing less. I know he was injured for a bit, but it's incredible how much this
CM Punk's not got 18 months to waste.
No.
And his return's been a disaster. Here, he's had 2 feuds. Started with Seth, moved on to Drew, and now it's back at Seth.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
And you know what? Was the match with Drew McIntyre good? Yes, but look how much shite the bracelet. The fucking bracelet.
I know.
Crying over a bracelet. I mean, back in the day with Big Boss Man cooking Al Snow's dog, and today we've got CM Punk crying over a bracelet that a fan made for him. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I mean, some multicoloured rainbow bracelet anyway. You should be happy Drew McIntyre destroyed that shite.
SummerSlam.
Anyway,
2nd of August.
Seth Rollins just grabs the briefcase. Very anticlimactic. No CM Punk came out to stop him. LA Knight doesn't win.
Where's CM Punk and Roman Reigns? The guy that Seth Rollins screwed with Paul Heyman.
Yeah, why are they not trying to screw Seth back? Because they can't be bothered showing up. $15 million a year! And Roman Reigns can't even be bothered to show up for a pay-per-view that is apparently now in the top 5. This is one of the big 5 now.
It is.
Even though Triple H hates it, because anything that's creative...
Gets it right, ruin any of the fucking sad bastards out there that bought tickets for New Orleans and they moved it to Vegas. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. But it's like... why... why not have Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed be the final factor in Seth Rollins win this match? Why
Yeah.
Seth Rollins need to lay out LA Knight clean with a fucking stomp?
No, no. It's a disgrace. No, he was the only one he attacked. They knew people wanted LA Knight to win, and that these two were the only realistic options, and they're like, fuck you. LA Knight's getting buried. Bang. Good night. That's it.
Like, they could have had LA Knight go for the blunt force trauma or whatever, and he gets caught with a spear. And then Bronson Reed lifts Seth Rollins up the ladder or something. Although I don't know if a ladder could support fucking that fat boy, but you get my point. It's like they were already out there, and we'd already seen them attack the other competitors. There was no reason why Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed couldn't have took LA Knight out at the end, and that allowed Seth Rollins to win the title.
You know what?
Or the briefcase. But I've never seen a guy look so weak.
You know what the incredible thing is, though? You can fix this. LA Knight can turn heel on SmackDown and go on a fucking bloody rampage and take on Cena. Win that tournament in Saudi Arabia. Take on Cena and SummerSlam and defeat him. I mean, people pretend that because he didn't win this match, it's over. Click your fingers, man. You can change the script.
He ain't winning shit though.
No, I know he's not, but you know why people. Oh, that was it. Now, obviously, it is it. We all know that it is it. But see that big nosed twat's on my telly right now, the 75-inch telly, without brackets on the wall. How's it holding up, brother? You know, he could change it like that, but no.
The only thing getting changed is the channel. No one's watching this thinking it's good.
No.
LA Knight pulls Seth Rollins off, goes to hit his finisher, has the advantage of attacking Rollins through behind, and just gets wiped out and hit with a stomp, and then he just climbs up like nothing happened and brings the briefcase down anyway. They treated LA Knight like a James Ellsworth here.
Yeah.
I mean, or a Santino.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. They treated
Could
him like...
he be getting released?
Like, remember when Santino was against Daniel Bryan?
Aye.
In the chamber? And you knew he had no chance of winning, but they're trying to portray it like he does. I think that's what LA Knight looked like here. Although we're thinking he should win it, and he will win it. And then they're just like, nah, he's a bum, he's a jobber. See that mid-card title he held? That's as good as it gets for him. See that feud he had with Nakamura that dragged on for 6 months that was absolutely fucking trash and totally forgettable? That's as good as LA Knight gets. Well, I know why, because guy's actually good-looking guy, good shape, can talk, good mic worker. I mean, actually has charisma around him. He's got catchphrases. He's got... I mean, a lot of people say that LA Knight reminds them of like Stone Cold and The Rock. Now, here, I don't think he deserves that much praise, but even in his TNA days, right, Eli Drake, this guy's always been charismatic. This guy's always been good. This guy's always been somebody that you thought, here, he could be a star in wrestling, but I don't know. I guess he's not fat. I guess he's not Samoan. So, I mean, he's the right age for Triple H to push. I mean, because Triple H loves pushing all the fucking old guys, but I don't know what LA Knight's problem is.
Yeah, honestly, no idea.
If LA Knight was black, he'd be demoted to WWE Speed.
He wouldn't be in the company. Honestly. Anyway, right, let's move on. Main event, Cena.
Speaking of a black man that was no longer in the company, R-Truth found his way back here.
And people are saying Triple H is cooking. Oh, he worked us all. He worked T-Haw.
Nah.
He's seen the negative reaction.
Yeah, they fold it to the backlash.
And also, he's still under contract.
Yeah, so technically it's not like he was ever released. They could have just agreed a new deal.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. He was never officially left the company. So let's not bow down and say that Triple H pulled a blinder here. He's looked at the backlash that they've received. It shows since. People bringing R-Truth signs, people chanting for R-Truth, people wearing R-Truth merchandise.
A blinder would have been getting more heat on Cena and Rock for releasing Truth.
Yep.
Not what they did, because they did nothing. They just released him because, this guy's 53 and TKO don't like that shit, apparently. Stealing a wage.
Anyway, the match was alright. It was probably match of the night. John Cena looked good old, but here is what it is. Logan Paul hit some spots, springboard through the announce table, pretty cool. Cena hits an attitude adjustment, looks like he's going to win. Hits Cody Rhodes with the title. Then he gets attacked by a man in a hoodie. Turns out to be R-Truth. He hits Cena with the belt. Cody Rhodes gets up, hits a crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Rhodes and Jey Uso win. Cena got screwed. Will this lead to an Cena R-Truth match? I mean, it should. And if he is going to get, if they're still releasing him, then it should be title versus career. But I don't think he is going to get. I wouldn't be surprised if they've actually.
But it's fucking insane, right? You're sitting there saying if they still release him. So they give a guy a match against Cena, right? Then they put him in this segment. He's literally the ending shot of the show to a degree, with him like standing over Cena. Then you're talking about another match. If they're giving this guy that much screen time, look at the amount of fucking jobbers that are in this company.
Yeah, if he's still getting released, then shouldn't like 90% of the people below him be getting released?
It's disgusting.
Anyway, that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah, what we're giving out of 10? Very bad.
I'll give it a 2 out of 10. I mean, it was cool to see R-Truth appear. And, I mean, that's it. Chad Gable's spot in the Money in the Bank match was alright. I mean, Logan Paul moonsault was pretty cool. Dominic beat Octo Jobber Jr., so I mean,
matches are it's too boring. They need to split it up with segments.
Yeah, it's just a match, and then about 15 minutes worth of advertisements. Another match.
Not even joking.
Entrances.
Triple A does it better.
Yeah, entrances are dragged out and boring, and just it's just so stale and slow, and the pacing. I mean, that's always probably our biggest, outside of maybe the commentary. I think our biggest complaint is the pacing. It's just so fucking slow and boring, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't get but how the commentary, man. Fucking hell. The way they dance with Jimmy Uso, man.
Aye, the yeeting.
Or Jey Uso, even. Two out of 10.
Like, could you imagine if, like, it's like Triple H in Austin, and like Austin's battering Lita with a chair, and JR just says, "Here, King, you call chair shots better than I do it." And King's like, "Oh, what a steel chair shot!" You know, it's like, no, you're not calling the fucking steel. You're calling what is actually happening. You've got Austin fucking destroying Lita with a chair. Triple H has always been a sick bastard, but I don't know what's going to stop. You know, I mean, how fucking hard is it just to put over the fact that they were cheating and robbing everyone else? That they were doing a heelish thing, but Michael Cole's more focused on. Here, who can pronounce the word tsunami in a more exciting way? Tsunami! Fuck off, man.
But see, you know what the thing is, right? Wade Barrett could say tsunami better than JR, but that's not the that's not the problem here. You need to get the action over.
The story?
Yeah.
Not the fucking move. The move's pish.
Yeah.
The move's never fucking marked. I don't care if he's doing a tsunami or a finger poke of doom. Who gives a fuck at the end of the day? Like, I mean, that's not the point.
Anyway, 2 out of 10, we're done. Back to the morning.
I'll get 2 finger pokes at them. Maybe that.
Yeah, anyway, hi, Hell Night fucking screwed. Shite.